I saw it, yeah. Hi, welcome to my disaster of a house and to me attempting to swap out my belt drive system to the brand new Meepo gear drive system. Now, I love tinkering. I love building things. I love, my job is actually dealing with construction and stuff like that, my normal job. So when Meepo said, hey, we're gonna send you out the gear drive system here, I was really excited because it's just a new venture for me to try. I want to dive into DIY. I want to actually build my own board eventually. And this kind of lets me get my hands a little dirty here. So the one thing I will say is it's quality. I mean, everything inside of here, it's hard metal. The gear drive system is pretty badass looking. I'm excited to try to convert my Meepo Hurricane into a Meepo Ultra, so stay tuned and enjoy this journey. Oh, one other thing is that there are 0 instructions when it came with this gear drive system, so I actually had to refer to my friend Mario WheelTuber. I'll link his channel, and obviously he's brilliant, so please go check out his channel and his review on the Meepo Ultra. He deep dives into a lot of really cool features on that stuff, so I will try to cover as much as I can while putting this together so that anyone who does pick up the system that does have an older Meepo Hurricane that wants to convert to the Meepo Ultra system, maybe you can learn something with here as me as well too. Yes, for anyone who is watching this right now, I am doing this in my living room right now. I'm home with my son who's not feeling well. So that being said, working on this down here versus upstairs in my office, a little bit more of a homey feel. So don't judge anything you see in the background. So they do supply you with, I'm assuming, all the tools you need to get the job done here in a color-coded fashion. So you can see here that it's just basically breaking down the motor mounts and breaking down the bash guard that's on here and removing a bunch of these screws. Next, I started tackling the actual hangers that were on the motor mounts from trucks and just removing these screws as well too. Cleaning everything off and just kind of it's only 3 little bolts and 3 nuts. It gives you everything you need to take everything apart. Next was removing the bolts from the motor itself and pulling the actual motor back along with the motor mount. So what this is a puller. They supply it with you, and basically what this is, once you remove the grub screw from the actual pulley there, you put this on here and it allows you to pull off the motor pin from the shaft and allows you to free it up. This is cool. This is once we actually got everything taken apart there, opened up, you can see how the gear is inside there. Here we are adding the new motor mount on there. My son Porter, who was sick that day, he decided to help me, so he jumped in there. So this is once you have everything assembled, the motor is attached, everything is kind of set in place. This is actually putting the motor gearbox back onto the hangers and threading through right below through the red thing right there. There's actually 3 different holes that line perfectly up with your hangers that are on your trucks, and this allows you to mount everything up there. So just tightening this up here, getting everything in there. There's 3 supplied screws and 3 bolts as well that allow you to just tighten it up and mount that tightly on there. Now for the other side, I did find myself finding an easier way of getting everything off and everything properly back off. So removing the grub screw there, using the pulley system again to actually pull everything off. And then this is only, you need to remove these 5 bolts that are on the side here for the motor mount. And then these 2 other screws that are on the other side here, these tiny ones, those actually are holding the motor mount in place as well too. So they thread through and they actually tie into that motor bracket that comes completely off. That's it. You don't actually have to take anything else apart as far as, you know, the whole gearbox assembly on the other side there. So I'm just lining this up, making sure everything's good, tighten everything back up. Alexa, play Pikachu on Netflix. And mount it all back onto the hanger itself on the trucks. All in all, I mean, if I didn't have to take the whole entire assembly apart beforehand, I would have had a much easier time. Now we're installing the new wheels that are on the back here. There is actually didn't show it in here, there is a metal bracket that you basically push into the gear drive system, and that just simply holds onto the back end of the plate there of the new wheels and allows it to actually really rotate. So there you go. Yeah, it's got some power. And here it is, all assembled. All in all, pretty easy process, nothing too complicated as far as removing the old system and switching it over. So if you are looking into getting something like this, I would easily say that if you have just basic skills, it's pretty easy. Matched up with these brand new wheels, these tubeless wheels, I would say it's going to be an absolute fantastic ride. So stay tuned for the next one.